What's up guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Printed Paper and I make videos on the Minecraft combat snapshots, and in this video, I'll be showing 1.17 PvPers how to improve in the combat snapshots. I actually also made a video similar to this, but for players coming from 1.8, and I'll be referencing things from that video sometimes, so that video still might be worth a watch. And another quick disclaimer before we start, I came into the combat snapshots from 1.8, so I have less experience with 1.9 and on PvP, but I still know the basics and strategies somewhat, so with that said, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first major thing you might notice is the kit difference. This kit is pretty much the standard among servers in the combat snapshots, which is basically only Combat Reforged and Eternal PvP. I actually made a whole video on the different servers in the combat snapshot, so you might want to give that a watch. Okay, so the kit is made up of a netherite sword, a trident, and a netherite axe, sometimes shaded with sharpness. You may also notice the lack of a shield, which is mostly because they're kind of broken in this version, but I'll talk about that more in a future video, so subscribe so you don't miss that. Each weapon has a different purpose with strengths and weaknesses, which we'll go over now, starting with the trident. The trident's main use is reach. If you look at the stats, you can see it has an insane reach compared to weapons in all other versions, and it actually is even more reach because of something I'll talk about later. This is one of the major differences between the combat snapshots and 1.9. Different weapons have different reaches. In my opinion, this actually creates the need for more strategy when in combat and generally improves things. Also, it can be used as a projectile. Next up is the axe. The axe is mainly used for dealing lots of damage in one hit. If you get a crit with an axe, it can do lots of damage and catch your enemies off guard. The axe in the combat snapshots is actually pretty similar to the axe in 1.9, except most of the time when you use the axe, it's not for a combo, it's more for dealing like the final blow, or just dealing damage in general. The downfall of the axe is its reach. It has an entire block less of reach than the trident, and this is really noticeable in PvP. Finally, we have the sword. This is probably the most used weapon in most playstyles. Although it does a bit less damage than the axe, its attack speed makes its DPS much higher. With shield PvP in 1.9, the sword is basically useless, but that is far from the truth in the combat snapshots. You may have noticed that the attack speed parameter on all the weapons is way higher than it is in 1.9, which is another major difference. All weapons in the combat snapshot attack significantly faster than in 1.9, leading to much faster paced combat. But this attack speed isn't flexible. Even if you spam left click, the fastest you'll be able to attack is the weapon's attack speed. But there's a catch. If you wait twice the usual attack cooldown, you'll see the attack indicator show up. This means that you can perform a charged attack, which can be really powerful. A charged attack extends your reach by one block, which might not seem like much, but it can really make a difference. If you can utilize them correctly, you can get people in insane combos that are really hard to escape. There's a skill that can come in handy, and can be used together with charged hits that's actually mainly from 1.8 PvP, and that skill will be W tapping. I don't really know why this is the case, but the first time that you attack after you start sprinting, you will deal more knockback than usual. So if you let go of the W key for a split second after you attack, you can keep a greater distance between you and your enemy in combos, making it harder for them to hit you, but easier for you to hit them. Okay, with all the base mechanics out of the way, we can get into strategy. In the combat snapshots, there isn't really one playstyle. You can use many different strategies and playstyles against your opponent, depending on their playstyle, your ping, their ping, etc. I'll be showing you a very effective playstyle that is similar enough to normal 1.9, but keep in mind, to get good, you'll still need some practice. Another quick note, from my experience, this playstyle, and most other strategies similar to it, work best if you have lower ping. I'll talk about this more in a future video, but of the two main servers in the combat snapshots, I have about 160 ping on Combat Reforged and about 40 ping on Eternal PvP, and I use two completely different strategies on them, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so from what I've seen of 1.9 PvP, this playstyle works very similarly. You may think, how can this be similar if I don't have a shield? Well, instead of using a shield to avoid taking damage, you use fakes. Faking is probably still used on 1.9, but I'll give you a quick rundown. A fake is just when you trick your opponent into thinking you're about to do one thing, but you do another thing, likely resulting in you getting them in a combo or getting in a few extra hits. One very simple example is if you're both far enough apart that neither of you can hit each other. Just jump up like you're pretending to do a crit, but don't hold the W key. They'll expect that you'll be further forward than you are, so they'll probably miss, and you can get in a crit with a trident, or maybe even an axe if they're close enough. I've been looking at footage of 1.9 PvP, and this is actually pretty similar to using a shield if you know how to do it right. It can also be very helpful to get to know the reach of the weapons. It can be very rewarding if you can just barely hit someone at the edge of your charged trident's range without them hitting you back. And there's actually one more mechanic that can help you get more of those free hits in. In the combat snapshots, the cooldown isn't actually reset if you switch items in your hotbar, which means that you can hold out your axe to make them think that you might go for a crit, but quickly switch to your trident to get in a free hit. But be warned, there's actually a glitch where if you switch to a weapon with a different reach and attack quickly enough, it'll actually still have the reach of the previous weapon you were holding, so make sure not to do it too fast. As I said before, the Trident can also be used as a projectile. This is sort of similar to the crossbow in 1.9 PvP, but different. It's useful if someone is running up to you and you have enough time to pull back your Trident. If you release it at the right time, you can do a bit of knockback and get them into a combo. And speaking of combos, let's talk more about them. Because of 1.9's slow attack speed, combos aren't really a thing. They're much more useful in 1.8, where the attack speed is higher. I go into much more detail in my 1.8 video, link in description, but those are sort of a different kind of combo than the ones I'm talking about. Those combos are much more close range and don't really utilize the different range of weapons. But like I said before, utilizing charge hits and W tapping, you can get some pretty insane combos. One more strategy I really like to use is actually pretty simple. All you do is go for an axe crit, or any kind of crit, and then just hold S. This will keep you out of their range for just long enough that your weapon can get charged and you can hit them again. Apparently, this strategy is kind of infuriating for your opponent, so keep that in mind, I guess. Okay, so for this part of the video, I'll just be going over some footage and doing commentary on top of it, and I'll sort of be, like, explaining, like, why I do certain things, I don't know, like, stuff like that, so, yeah, stay tuned so that you can see that. Okay, so here's the first one we have. So first it kind of starts with you just standing there awkwardly. Yeah, but okay, here we go in for some attacks. You can see I'm really going for these crits. Okay, I don't know if you saw that. It'll kind of be hard to see, but my Trident literally went through him. Wait. I don't know when I throw my Trident. I think it's... Yeah, look at that. It just goes straight through him. Okay, that's weird. But I'm getting a lot of these crits, which is actually really good. I kind of missed my attack there, but it ended up with a combo, so that's fine. He kind of combos me back, so it kind of equals out, but that's just how it is, I guess. So I go to pick up my Trident. He gets a crit on me. I miss my Trident. I don't know why I threw my Trident there, but he gets another crit on me, and I don't know, I'm losing a lot of health here. Let's see. Oh, the other guy just hits him a bit. I don't know what that was about, but I missed my Trident again. Well, he dodges it. And yeah, so that's that battle. That was like my first battle of the day, so that's my excuse why I did super bad. I think I just let him get a bunch of crits on me. So yeah, that was that one. Okay, so here's the next one. I'm playing against the same guy again. Infeta, if you're watching, I'm kind of sorry I used a bunch of your clips, or a bunch of clips from you. You're kind of the only person I was playing against, so, yeah, it's not like I was targeting you for clips just because you had the pro rank, but, oh wait, I should actually be commentating on this. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, so I went for a crit. That was actually really nice crit. I dodged a bit to the side, and he didn't hit me back, which was pretty cool. I get another free hit with the Trident. That's what I was talking about. He gets a crit on me. It's probably fine, though. Yeah, I got a combo on him. He gets a combo on me, so it's pretty much equaled out now. I'm just keeping track of my own health and his health. Just, like, I don't know, like, how many more hits I have. And I actually end up killing him there. It's kind of weird, because it's hard to see. I just get, like, some free hits on him, and he just kind of disappears. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. So, I actually get a bunch of free hits on him there. I noticed that I'm up health, but then he gets this crazy combo on me. Those are the combos I'm talking about, where if you use charge hits and W tapping, like, there's nothing you can do about those. And in my brain, I've kind of admitted defeat already, because he's, like, right now he's probably, at least at 5 hearts. I do get a pretty good combo on him. I think if I hadn't gone in for there, like, in that attack, let's see. So, yeah, there I'd get a crit. That was actually a really good crit. But, right here, that was the combo. Right here, if I hadn't gone in for that attack, I might have been able to get another combo on him and maybe equal out the health a bit more, but I didn't, so he won that. Okay, so here's the Snakes clip. This is against Kinter. Yeah, so here, I hit him with a free Trident hit once. This isn't as much of my 1.9 play style, just because, I don't know, like, I know I've beaten him in the past. Well, as you can see, he's just absolutely destroying me here. I think that was just because I got caught on the edge of the corner. I don't do well with ledges unless I'm on the lower part. But yeah, he just absolutely destroys me there. I'm not using as much of, like, the 1.9, like, tactics, just because like, I've beaten him a lot in the past, and I've kind of just resorted to my 1.8 tactics more, except, like I said earlier in the video, that doesn't really work as well on this ping. I'm actually working on a video right now that explains a bit more of that, so subscribe so you don't miss that. Okay, so here's the next clip. It's against Ampheta again. So, he gets a crit on me. He has, like, a significant health lead here, or he's most likely at full health right now. Maybe, like, a heart down. Well, now he's a bit down, but, you can see I'm taking lots of damage. I've pretty much given up now, I think. Well, I'm not now, because, like, I get a bunch of free hits on him, like 3. So, my guess, like, in my brain in this fight is right now he's about at, like, 6 hearts or something. And I'm at 4, so, I'm at a disadvantage here, but I remember I really like being at the bottom of these ledges because, I did the math on this in, like, a shorts video I made, but basically, you have more reach if the person is a block higher than you, so it's easier. I actually kind of got him on a combo here in the ledge, see how it's, like, harder for him to hit me, so, yeah, that was cool. Well, that'll about do it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and do all of the things. And yes, if you enjoyed this video, comment what your favorite part was. I don't know. Yeah, subscribe.